G'day everyone and welcome to Super T Console Gaming. Let's race around Paris. What's going on? It's been absolutely forever. I ran out of time. I fell into the trap of making far too many Pokemon card videos. But we've got over 2,000 subscribers now and I'm excited to keep talking while I play games. So thanks for rocking up and let's just race around Paris, because why not? And then after that we might do Sydney and we might even head over to New York, but we'll make them separate videos as well, so they're all nice and quick. Let's get crack-a-lackin' here. Alright, Muzz, off to the left we go. Oh, that didn't start off too well, did it? Alright. So I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a long time. I've just spent the last 3 weeks in Canada, so I'm now back in the grand old land of Oz, reclimatizing, learning to drive on the left-hand side of the road once more. It's all been good fun. Canada's a wonderful country, so if that's where you're from, thank you so much. We had a blast. It was great fun. For anyone not from Canada, go there. They're pretty cool. They go all right. Look out for bears. Oh, I did that badly. Jeez. You'd think I haven't played this game for a while. And you know what? I haven't, so that's the problem. But we'll get it right. What I wanted to do is just do a little bit of a world tour using Mario and visit some of the great cities of the world. Unfortunately, one of them is Sydney. And I don't know if you know much about Australia, but I'm from Brisbane, so that means I hate Sydney. So don't expect too much positivity out of me while we drive around that bad boy of a town. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's keep going. Piranha Plant. If you're wondering, I'm just cruising around in 100cc mode. Not really offering me a challenge, but this is more about enjoying the beautiful city of Paris. I've never been to France. The closest I've been is Montreal, funnily enough. And when I say the closest, not geographically the closest, but in terms of culture and people and language. Thankfully, everyone in Montreal is kind enough to speak both English and French, so when they say bonjour and I looked at them innocently and hopefully and said hello, they then spoke to me in English. So, legends. I was super happy with all of those people because they made my time there so much more fun. Just in case you're wondering, the people in Montreal are wonderful, very hospitable, and I thank them. All right, here we go. Up and over. I think Muzzle's going to come in for a win here soon. Let's see if we can fling it around this corner. No, we're not deep enough. Round we go. Oy, something's coming. I don't think the banana's going to get it done. It's taking the coins off me. I like to have 10 of them, but I haven't got them at all. There's the finish line. We've come first, which you'd probably expect in 100cc. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Hope everyone's going well. I know I've said that already, but it's been so long since I've spoken to everybody that, yeah, I just feel like I've got to catch up. So hopefully you all get in the comments and say g'day. I do still write back to people in the comments because I appreciate every single one of you. Oh, let's go to one of my favourite cities on the planet, Tokyo. How good is this? Paris, then Tokyo. As I said before, haven't been to Paris. Been to Tokyo about 10 times now, and I cannot wait to get back. I think they're nearly at the end of all of their COVID protocols. So once that happens, you bet your bottom belly that I'll be going there to do all the wonderful things that you do in Tokyo. Get across to Akihabara, my wonderful English version of that name. Check out the arcades. Buy plenty of Nintendo games, lots of PlayStation games. I'd say lots of Xbox games as well, but if you're into video games in Japan, you will know that Xbox games in Japan aren't overly plentiful unless you are into top-down shooters, like horizontal shooters, vertical shooters, things of that nature, because for whatever reason, games like Death Smiles and Cotton and all that stuff, to make that system relevant in Japan, they decide to put a lot of shooters on there. So if that is your jam, then the Xbox in Japan is a good way to go, because you absolutely get a ton of those games, and they're awesome if you're into them. I don't have the skills necessary, so whilst I enjoy them and do own some of them, my ability to play them leaves a bit to be desired, and I'm having an absolute Barry here. I cannot hold down first place. Let's try and do some real driving here before the game gets a bit big on me. She tried to hit me with a green shell, and I've got to say, not happy. Oh, that was a shortcut that wasn't really a shortcut. I got it wrong. Let's try and get some coins here and a bit of respect back. Oh, I've gone early. Let's just stay away. No! I was trying to stay away from her and her shenanigans that the blue shell was going to bring. She veered across to the right. She was like, if I'm going down, you're coming with me. And I must say, I didn't appreciate that. I've just won out on Inkling Girl. Of course, Splatoon 3 has been out now for about a month. I bought it the day it came out, but I haven't played it. I need to do that, actually. I've just reminded myself, I've got an amazing game in my collection that I'm yet to play. Oh my goodness, I am just getting an absolute schmammering here. Now, you get away from me as well. The blue shell, oh no. Come on. Okay, I think we're going to survive just. Wow, Tokyo. It's like you might say nothing but nice things about me, but I'm going to haunt your dreams. But we snuck through. Wendy, Inkling Girl, Baby Mario. They're all at the top there. They're trying to cause me grief on this little world tour that we're doing. Paris and Tokyo now completed. Where are we off to next? I think we're going to land in either Sydney or New York. And it is indeed New York for a New York Minute. A city that I've been lucky enough to get to twice now. And I think maybe next year, somewhere around June or July, I'll be back over that way. Having said that, I was recently, as I've already said, in Montreal and in a little town called Halifax. So I could have popped down to New York on a sort of about a 1 hour plane ride. But disappointingly, I didn't organise that, and I really hate it because that's where my best mate lives. All right, enough about me. Let's try and do something decent here in New York City. I guess we take off through what is Central Park. And if you've not been to Central Park, what a smashing little place that is. And I use the term little probably incorrectly, I'd say, because it's quite large, even by Aussie standards. All right, what am I doing here? Straight ahead. Watch out for the toad. Oy, get off. I didn't pump that banana out the back quick enough. I am, to say, unfamiliar with this track. I think I've played it maybe twice. And that was the day all this goodness came out. So I haven't had a lot of Mario Kart time, if I'm honest. Hey, you know what is going to happen? Horizon Chase Turbo 2 is out. That cracking little game that looks like Overdrive or Top Gear or whatever you played back in the day. Obviously, it's not on the Nintendo Switch. I will need to bust out Apple Arcade because that is where it is stored at this point. And I don't mind that because I play a little bit of stuff on Apple Arcade. Most recently, Warped Kart Races with Family Guy and American Dad and Solar Opposites. And my goodness, I've run into a taxi. And I've got to say, that was probably my flouse. Inkling Girl not helping me at all. Yeah, see, that's what you get. A boomerang to the back of the head. And you know why? Australia. That's what it's all about. We are the people of the boomerang. Through we get. Round this next corner. The Jazz is playing. Oh my goodness, I nearly lost an eye. Hey, hang on. We're going to the theatre. I've seen some great theatre productions in New York. We've been to the Book of Mormon. I got to see Spider-Man turn out the lights. What a train wreck of humanity that was. Hey, no, whoa. Well, would you look at that? Talking about the theatre has cost me dearly. Maybe it was because I made fun of Spider-Man, Bono and the Edge, and I think it was Julie Tambor. Is that her name? The one that made The Lion King. Well, she tried to make Spider-Man, and let's just say a few people got hurt. And I'm sorry, because you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but look it up. It's quite funny. Except if you were the poor Spider-Man who fell into the orchestra pit, then that probably wasn't your best night at work. So, let's finalise this with our last track, Sydney. We've done Paris. We then went to Tokyo. Then we went to New York. And let's just say the game got the better of us there. But now, we're going to Sydney. And as a bloke who lives in Brisbane, Queensland, I've got to tell you, Sydney is a junkyard of humanity. So all of my friends who live in Sydney and hearing me say this, I'm sorry, but it's true. And literally everything you can see, the Opera House, the ferry, that's all it's got to offer. There's nothing else. You're not going to go there and discover something new. Oop, hang on. We're through the stalls. There's Luna Park, a place so good I don't even think it operates anymore. Literally just a door with nothing behind it. Across the harbour bridge, because why not? Why would you want to do such a thing? Get all those coins. Get. There's a Sydney train. They don't work all the time because either they're redoing the tracks or the unions put everyone on strike, because that's what unions do. Think of themselves, pull far too much money out of the system, and then make everybody hate them. Dearie me. So far, just in case you... Oh, we're onto the ferry. If you're keeping score, I've upset everyone who lives in Sydney and anyone who likes unions. Anyway, let's get going. What's happening around here? There's a cruise ship. I have actually been on a cruise ship that has docked in Sydney one time. It spent most of the time driving around New Zealand, and that was quite lovely. And then we ruined it by going to Sydney. Ooh, look out. I'm going to put the brakes on there. I don't normally do that, but I was kind of crossed up and didn't really know where I was going. Back over the bridge. There goes another train, surprisingly. It's been 30 seconds and there's been no union strike. All right, round we go. I have a general rule, never pick up loose mushrooms. Seems like a good idea, but they're always in the wrong spot. And dead set, when you take off into a wall. Here comes a blue shell. We must be getting close to the end. They've started to throw the arsenal at me. Do I get to go through the Opera House one more time? Doesn't look like it. Fun fact, only been to the Opera House once, and that was for the Zelda Symphony. What an amazing experience that was. Okay, last race, or last lap even. We've had a blue shell, lightning, and a red shell all in the space of moments. I now have the Honka Honk. It'll keep us safe from most things if I can set it off in time. There he goes. Marsden's dead set on fire. Look at him go. There's Luna Park, the theme park that doesn't work. So consider those rides a work of fiction through the mouth opening, which I think is still there. There we go, up into the Opera House. Pretend we're at the Zelda Symphony, listening to wonderful orchestrations of such great music. Fun facts. Kanye West. What album was it? Was it Salar or whatever it was? It had some Zelda stuff in it. It was great. I think it was the Gerudo Valley song. Anyway, that's our world tour. Check us out. That's a nice little quick trip around the world. Paris, Tokyo, New York and Sydney. And there we have it. Mario for the win. We'll pick up a trophy and a cup that we really made our own. And that is us for the video. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Sorry it's been a while between drinks, but we're back at it and we're going to have fun, and it's always awesome to have you along. See you later. Goodbye. Hooroo and have fun.